If you missed him on NBC, TNT, A&E, or the USA Network, there's still time to catch Fred Thompson on Capitol Hill.
That plus another Law & Order star weighs in on that '08 race.
We see parents who dream big, of honor students and artists. By supporting programs that help children learn, we help parents watch their dreams come true.
From the Watergate building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now here are Hotline editors
Maybe Walter
and John Mercurio.
It's Thursday, and I'm John Mercurio.
and I'm Amy Walter.
Fred Thompson, is scheduled to visit Capitol Hill in a few weeks to line up support for his campaign for the White House. Amy, has Fred Thompson's unexpected interest been met by an unexpectedly favorable reaction?
So it depends on your term of favorable. I mean,
Indeed.
I think when you look at the vacuum that is the Republican primary right now,
Sure.
that it is in search of something to fill. And that's where Fred Thompson comes in, right? He's conservative enough, he has the credentials, he has the look, obviously, and so in a field where people aren't feeling particularly engaged or energized by the folks that they already have,
Right.
why not? So I think that has been his favorable
Right.
ratings. Now, if this were the other way around, if let's say Fred Thompson were a former Democratic senator who decided he was going to run in the Democratic primary, we'd all say that's crazy, he has no chance.
Because the Democrats at this point are pretty happy
with their field. So it says more about the Republican
field than it does
about
actually
Fred
about
Thompson,
Fred
yes.
Thompson. In a way, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Wes Clark in 2004. He's sort of, I mean, he's well known.
Right, he's kind of in the right place.
And he's the picture that everybody knows, but they don't really know that much about him, what his positions are on issues. He is very conservative. He supports the war in Iraq. He's very, very pro-life. He was even a big fan of Scooter Libby's and went to the trial. Not that that's necessarily, a sign of his conservative ideology, but I think that a lot of Republicans, unhappy, much like Democrats were in 2004 with their choices, sort of put a lot of the hopes and dreams into someone that they don't know necessarily that much about, only to see how he might end up campaigning. We saw in 2004 Wes Clark was a pretty lackluster campaigner, and every sign is, from everyone who's watched Thompson's campaign in the past, he tends to be relatively lazy, frankly, and that's a word people use openly to describe him. So I'm not too optimistic that if he runs, he really does that well.
Much.
It'll require for someone getting in so late to raise a lot of money really quickly.
Or to have a natural angle somewhere, right? That with Wes Clark, at least you could say, all right, he may be untested, but the military thing, big, he has a great story to tell, great bio.
Right.
Let's get that out there. Maybe that will be enough and make up for his lack of national experience and exposure. Obviously, he thought he could hit the ground running. He hadn't run any kind of campaign before. Thompson has.
Right.
But if you want to know how well former senators who've retired rather than running again do,
Bill Bradley did really well.
That went great.
Didn't he? Oh, no, he
that
didn't
did really
win.
well. Oh, he did?
I thought but you're right, he didn't win.
So he didn't do that well. So that usually doesn't.
Especially people who have left the Senate, who have made it clear that they'd rather actually be out in the public making money or starring on primetime television shows.
Has anybody seen him?
That's a very good question. I'll get back to you on that. It's Sam Waterston. Where is he actually? Let's talk about him for a second. There could be a Law & Order primary.
Is he going to be nominated for this Unity ticket?
He hasn't actually declared his interest in running for the Unity 08 race, but
can I declare?
You can declare. You are an American citizen.
So
you can also declare.
Go
ahead. Do it here. Do it here on Hotline TV.
I don't know. I have to check with
Charlie.
I don't know if
go for it.
It would be
You do not belong to the man. The man belongs to you.
Well, anyway. So anybody can just sign up.
Anyone
and then
declare Sam Waterston supporting the Unity 08 ticket.
And how is he going to get on the ballot in all these places? He has a staff?
These are more questions which we'll answer next time. That'll do it for today. Thanks for joining us on Hotline TV.
All right.